welcome back to Play Along Practice with Amanda Shepherd. I'm so excited to be practicing with you today. I've officially started monetizing, so thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you continue to play along and enjoy it. And today I was thinking about like shapes and the same shape in different orientation, so it might be working with something like that. Always check the description to see where we go, and you can usually expect about a level 2-3 practice in these practices, so you want to make sure that you're feeling up to a fairly rigorous flow. Yeah, let's get started. Props, most of the time a blanket, a couple blocks, and a strap, and that's probably what I'll work with today. Later in the week I'll be doing a practice that uses some additional props like some balls to roll out the body. But today we're going to keep it to the usual suspects. All right, let's get started with laying down on your backs. And any way you want to work your feet works for me. You can have your legs long like Savasana, feet on the floor, ardha Savasana. Constructed rest, knees together, feet a little wider, or supine parsvakonasana, whatever makes you happy. Just let your spine be nice and able to relax, right? Taking a nice deep inhale in, exhale through the mouth. One more time. Just let yourself tap in and feel the breath moving through the body first and foremost. Before you start to manipulate the breath, just see if you can notice where it is in your body. We breathe into different areas of the body throughout the day, throughout our stress level. So notice where you are. Sometimes the breath gets stuck in the chest or the ribs or the belly, or it won't go certain areas. If that's the case for you, that usually means that might be a space to focus on in your work, in your practice. And a lot of times those spaces aren't physical. Sometimes we're stuck in our head, in our thoughts, and sometimes we're, maybe stuck in an emotion that we can't let go of. It's really important to name that emotion and let it move through. Feel the sensation that comes after and name that. Like, just keep going so you can let it go. We all have times when we get stuck in a space. That happened to me in a situation where it shouldn't have the other day. It's very draining. So see if you can maintain your energy by allowing yourself to engage your distractions, right? Engage the things distracting you from your inner core. And when you're ready, you can start to allow yourself to build the breath from the belly up through the chest, exhaling chest down through the belly. Take a couple breaths here. with your next exhale, just allow that right leg to lift. Do some ankle circles if you like. You can bend your knee to do ankle circles so that's more comfortable, right? Breathing here, just let the right arm reach up and see if you can integrate the leg bone into the socket so that the toes might find the fingers and the fingers the toes. If not, use your strap. Right hip moves towards the top of the mat. And left side of the body staying down on the floor, right? I'm going to turn the toes out. Reach that left arm out to the side and reach the right heel out. Now I want to be honest, right? So if I'm lifting off the left side, I've gone too far. So maybe the leg doesn't go that far out to the side. That's okay. When you're at your space, bring the toes towards your shoulder. Inhale back through center. And let's snuggle that left knee behind the right today, finding Gomukhasana legs. Spreading your feet nice and wide. The more open your hips are, the more parallel the shins. If you prefer number 4 stretch, you can do that. It's essentially the same thing. Now don't let your low back round. If your low back's lifting off the floor, if there's air under there, you're not going to find the hip stretch. So just keep the sacrum down. Maybe your knees need to be a little further away from your hips or from your belly. But if you can get them in pretty close. Be able to feel that, and then let your left hand come either to the outside of the right foot or the outside of the knee. And we're going to take our twists. Reaching that right heel away. I want to square my chest to the sky and reach that right sits bones towards the top of the mat. Breathing here. If you need to use a strap, go ahead and do that. Nice deep inhale here, exhale through the mouth. And let yourself find the twist a little more. Let your right shoulder blade move into the earth with a little bit more rigor. Inhale back through center. And we can open the hamstrings a little bit, grabbing the heel. I'm going to lift off the floor with the shoulder blades, spread the collarbones, pretty familiar in these practices, and let the back of the head come down. Now you want to keep it on the back of the body, so it's not about your cervical spine. Draw your chin in, and you'll feel the difference in your hamstrings when you do that. It's like making the posterior chain taut, right? Good, nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Snuggle that left ankle behind the right. We'll do a little bit of core work, lifting the shoulder blades, pulling the belly in as you lift off the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up into a Savasana variation. And then I'm going to kick my butt with my left heel. Keep that in. Reach the right leg long and open out to the side for seated Parivrtta variation. Sitting up nice and tall, I want to reach that right arm forward and I'm going to twist. And so I'm going to let the arm come across the chest, kind of like threading the needle. Maybe reach that left arm to sky. This might be enough here. Maybe that arm reaches overhead. Keep engaging that right leg. If you let the knee bend, I mean, it's okay, but you'll get more out of the pose if you really engage it. Good, nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, reach that left arm to sky. You're going to come back up and then just bring the left shin forward. I'm going to turn so that you can see. I'm going to breathe here. Actually, I'm going to keep that knee open to the side. I just have it somewhere comfortable. I'm going to breathe here. I'm going to bend that right knee, and I'm going to close the knee joint and bring that heel across. I just changed my mind there like 3 times. All right. I'm gonna reach that right arm forward, draw the arm bone back. So you feel the shoulder move on to the back of the body. Let me show it from a different angle. We're going for dvijasana. No. Good nutrition pose is what we're going for. I'm gonna reach the arm, so integrating the arm bone, reach around. Maybe grab my toe. Then reach the left arm forward, and it's kind of like threading the needle, bringing that arm across and scooching it in. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, look over the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Try to sit tall. Twist a little more. And then as you exhale, just gonna let go. Come on back through center. And I'm gonna reach the left leg long. And then I'm gonna take the right leg into my hand and rock the baby, breathing here. Sometimes I like to drive with my foot on the side of the seat. It's not a good idea. Don't do it, because occasionally it will affect my inner knee. Sitting up nice and tall, and then I'm going to take the left hand to support, make a letter C with my right hand and connect it to my calf and reach that arm over my shoulder. And I'm going to grab the outside edge of the foot with that hand. And I'm going to reach up, Parivrtta, Surya, Yantrasana. It's pretty much the same action with the right side of the body and the right leg as seated Parivrtta. Right, breathing here. Looking underneath that left arm. As I exhale, I'm going to unwind. Plant your palms. And just snuggle that left ankle on top of the right foot this time. And this time I'm going to push into my palms, straighten my arms, and then I'm just going to hug the legs, hastapadsngusthasana. Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to bring the shins down and turn back towards the top of my mat, bringing the heels to the floor. Reach those hands forward, and as I exhale, I'm going to roll it out. One vertebra at a time. You can let your arms reach overhead. Interlacing the thumb knuckles, right? Lengthen the tailbone. Draw those low ribs down and together as the shoulder blades lift. I have my feet hip distance. This is more comfortable for me. If you like the feet together, go ahead and do that. Breathing here. Spread the collarbones. Let your triceps reach towards the sky. Breathing here. I'm going to let that go, and as I exhale, I'm going to reach that left leg up, reach the left arm up, and just see if I can integrate the leg bone into the socket so much that my toes can kind of find my fingers. I might need to reach a little bit. And then draw the arm bone down. Breathing here. Turn the toes out, and you're going to reach the heel out to the side, being honest with the right side body. Don't let it splay up. A nice deep inhale here. I'm going to reach that leg back to the sky and snuggle that right knee behind the left. Separating the legs. Now I want to make sure that I'm not crunching the left side body, right? So it's not a crunch here. You want to keep this sits bones moving full. So we're looking to feel here. And as I bring the left thigh towards my chest, I use my right knee to kind of place it in there. I want to get the idea of lifting, keeping my Left hip point moving into the belly. While I keep my sacrum down, if I'm rolling the low back up, it's not going to be that effective. I suppose you could place a blanket there if you needed it, right? Nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm either going to grab the outside of the knee or the outside of the left foot with the right hand and find my twist, bringing that leg across the body. Allowing my right ribs to move towards the sun as I glue my left shoulder blade down. Nice and long on that left side waist. Couple more breaths here. And then I'm just gonna reach that left leg towards the sky. Grabbing the ankle or the calf, let your shoulder blades lift. Allow the arm bones to move into the socket as you roll down. Back of the head touches the floor. Staying nice and long, all four sides of the waist even. And then allow the right leg to snuggle, right ankle snuggle behind the left. Squeeze those legs together. Gonna reach your arms forward as you exhale, lift the shoulder blades, and 10, 9, scooping the belly in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, Navasana, lifting on up, breathing here. I'm gonna reach the left leg long, kick my butt with my right heel, and then open that leg out to the side, and then kind of like threading the needle, I'm gonna bring the left arm towards the right leg. Nice twist here, this might be enough. Maybe I lay down on the leg and reach that right arm to sky, and maybe even overhead. The idea is twisting, leaning back, drawing the right shoulder blade over the left leg, looking up at the sun. I'm gonna reach that right arm to sky and come on up, and then as I exhale, I'm gonna bring the right knee forward, breathing here. And then I'm going to close the left knee joint, bring that heel across the body. My right sits bones is probably going to lift off the floor. I'm going to allow that. I'm going to try and wrap my toes as best I can over that left toes over the right leg. Mine don't really wrap that much. And then I'm going to integrate the arm bone and reach around. Dvijasana. Belly button goes over the knee. Reach the right arm forward. It's kind of like threading the needle. I'm going to snuggle that hand underneath the left knee. Look over the left shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. Try to sit tall. So move the sternum away from your pelvic floor as you let the left ribs move right. Good, exhale, come on back through center. I am going to reach the right leg long. And then just swaddle the baby. So if you prefer to take your arms underneath, a lot of people like that more, go ahead and do that. Some people don't even like to get that close. It's okay too. The shin is moving to more parallel, inner knees are reaching away, and that's just to keep the stretch here, right? That's the work. And then I'll take my letter C, connect it to my calf, and reach it over my shoulder. Parivrtta, ardha, chandrasana, grabbing your outside edge of the foot, or maybe even the ankle if you're really open, even though it's pretty close to the beginning of class. Parivrtta, surya, yantrasana, revolved sundial pose. Left arm's moving towards the right. Underneath your right arm. Try to reach that heel into the sky as you lean back. Good, exhale. Keep that calf over your shoulder. Plant your palms. Cross the right ankle over the left this time. Hook those ankles together. Nice deep inhale here. I'm going to straighten my arms and then hug the legs together. Breathing here. As I exhale, I'm just going to come on down and face the top of the mat. Breathing here. Get your heels nice and long on the floor. Roll yourself back out. Interlace your thumb knuckles the odd way and reach those arms overhead. Let the shoulder blades lift up towards the back of your mat as you spread the collarbones as wide as you can. Try to pull your thumbs apart while keeping them hooked. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, let's let those hands come around. You're going to reach those legs to sky, and we're going to come into ardha paschimottanasana. Let the leg bones move into the socket. Inhale, see if you can get those thighs. How close can you get them into the body? And then maybe grab your calves, lifting up. Try not to round the back here. Draw your low back in and out. Good, as you exhale, left foot down, right foot steps across, maybe fold that left heel back, setting up for chandrasana. Breathing here. Look over the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Little counter twist, and from your counter twist, take your right hand and connect it to your calf and bring that knee over the shoulder. Parivrtta, surya, yantrasana. Maybe you grab the ankle this time, looking underneath the left arm. We're going to take a nice deep inhale here, and as you exhale, I'm going to turn towards the side of my mat and lay on down as I kick my butt with my left heel. This could be smoother. I'm just going to extend that right leg again. All right. It's the same pose, essentially. Good, nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to come on out, fingertips to floor. Ardha Hanumanasana. Half split. Hands underneath your arms, underneath your shoulders if you want to use blocks, right? Make the arms longer. Good, nice deep inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to root into that right foot, tuck the left toes, reach that heel back, and I'm just going to walk it around to parsvakonasana. Legs, hands to the hips, energy towards the ball of your foot so your hips are right over the ankles. Just reach your arms forward for a little bit of strength. Interlace your hands behind you and just fold in. Tap the head to the floor. Reaching those pinkies overhead. Good, let the hands go. If you want to take a headstand of any kind, go ahead and do that. I'm going to go for Nirlamba. One of my favorites. split the legs, bending that left knee. As I exhale, bring the foot down. I'm just going to come into Skandasana. Right leg straight. If you like to bind it up, go ahead. And then as I exhale, I'm going to root into that right foot. Turn the right heel in. Root to the left foot, sorry. Turn the right heel in. Uttita trikonasana. Drop your left ribs. Roll the right ribs to sky. Breathing here. Good. As you exhale, lift that arm overhead. Maybe extend the right arm. And then frame that front foot. And reach that right leg back. Open the hip. Couple hip circles each direction. Looking over under your left arm. See if you can see your toes. Maybe reach that right arm up and around. And see if you can grab the ankle, kick the foot into the hand. Exhale, I'm going to bring the hand and foot down and just roll over the toes, knees underneath the hips. Find your cat-cows. Now if you want to bring your sit bones towards your heels, make a little asymmetric, you can kind of get into the oblique slightly, but also just kind of move the QLs a little bit. Back through center, you're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Shoulders over the wrist. Keep your arms nice and straight as you push your hands down and just make room to bring the feet through. Lift up Navasana. Try your low back in and up. Maybe find Ardha parsvakonasana. Coming in a little bit closer. I'm going to breathe here. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale. Going to reach that left leg. No, sorry, you're going to reach the right leg long and fold the left knee, maybe folding your right heel back, setting up for ardha yantrasana. Sorry, I got my sides confused there. Breathing here. Left arm behind you, right arm to sky. Nice deep inhale here as you exhale, twist. Any degree of twist that you like. Looking over the left shoulder, looking over the right shoulder. All right, finding your counter twist. And then I'm going to take the left hand, connect it to my calf, and reach that knee right over my shoulder. You can reach the right leg long. Maybe grab your ankle this time if you want to tighten it up. Not outside edge of the foot. You can use a strap as well. And honestly, I mean, the leg can be like over your elbow. You can still find this pose, probably, right? It will still count. Parivrtta ardha chandrasana. Left ribs moving towards the right. And we're going to transition this into seated Parivrtta. So I'm going to reach that left leg nice and long on the mat as I kick my butt with my right heel. Breathing here. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. I'm going to come back through center, framing the front foot with my fingertips. And ardha hanumanasana. Belly button over the knee. left heel towards the right side of the mat. All 10 toes facing the right side of the mat. And this time I'm going to come all the way up to stand, interlacing my thumb knuckles the odd way. Little back bend before parsvakonasana C. Top of the head to the floor. Breathing here. And any headstand that you want. If you want a headstand, maybe you like forearm stand or handstand, whatever makes you happy, or just a wide angle forward fold. Lifting on up. Try to keep your arms straight if you're in this variation or nirlamba. Breathing here. Then I'm going to bend the right knee, reach the left leg nice and long, and hinge on down. Chandrasana with the left toes pointing to sky. If you like to bind it up, go ahead. Root into your right foot. For real this time, turn the left toes in. Uttita trikonasana. Cutting that left hip back. Reaching the arm to sky and overhead. Maybe butterfly kiss on that right tricep. Maybe float the left arm. And then as you exhale, frame that front foot. Step the leg back, opening the hip. Maybe getting some fluid in that socket first. Then keeping energy under the big toe mound and outer heel of that right foot. Reach your left arm around for the left ankle. Breathing here. Gently release as you exhale. Maybe through a vinyasa. And then let's find your Vipassana one more time. This time we're going to thread the needle. You're going to reach that left arm out to the side, and as you exhale, bring that arm through. Walk the right hand forward, wrap your tricep down. Any variations, maybe tucking the right toes, reaching that leg. And if you like, you can reach the right arm up and around and bend the knee. And just see if you make a connection. Using the top of the left foot in the floor, reach your toes out. And then I'm going to bring the leg behind my head. A little bit more. Maybe see my toes. Gently release. Bring the hand down and just reach that left arm out for puppy pose. Nice and simple, right? Maybe the chest and chin comes down. Good, push into your palms. Reach that right arm out to the side, and as you exhale, let's take that thread the needle the other way. Reaching up and around. Maybe kicking the foot into the hand. Maybe reach your leg back. Check out your toes. Hello. And then gently release. that variation is pretty similar to that hybrid between Chapasana and Pinjalasana prep, right? Breathing here, I'm gonna come on up, and I just want to open the shoulders a little bit. Do some of my favorite ones. Walking hands over to the right, pulling with the left arm. And then the middle finger on my left hand is going to track towards the kitty corner of the mat, and I'm just going to turn my head so that my left ear is on the left arm, letting the weight of my head find the stretch in your surya anterior. Left hand to the middle of the mat, right hand stacks on top, push down and pull back. And take all of that to the other side, walking across to the left side, pulling with the right arm, just getting a lateral stretch in the right side body, finding the kitty corner of the mat with your right fingertip, having yourself find that breath, like you're breathing in your freestyle swim. And this right triceps, very off the floor. It's not on the floor at all. Right hand to the middle of the mat, left hand stacks. Good. Breathing here as I exhale. I'm going to walk myself to sit up, and I'm going to do a little bit of shoulder strength, right? So, nice and easy. I'm going to open my arms like a cactus. That's a stretch. I want to keep the belly in. And then as I exhale, I'm just going to let the elbows and the palms come together, right? And it's super active, really pushing them together. Now, if your elbows don't touch, if you're like this, you can use a block, right, and get the same work, okay? But it's super active, so you might even be sweating. It's gonna be elbows together, letting the collarbones go nice and wide, wrapping the triceps towards the floor, lifting up high, karate chop in the air with my pinkies, and my shoulders are lit up. I can totally feel this. It is hard work, struggling in a good way. And then as I exhale, right arm's gonna go underneath the left, Ardha arms, just to stretch that area. I'm gonna let my back round. And then inhale, sternum to sky. Good, gently release and shake that out. I'm just gonna do the same thing again. Open those arms like a cactus, keep the ribs in. As I exhale, I'm gonna let the elbows and the palms come together. Right? Doing that active work, I want to keep the belly engaged. My elbows want to separate, it's really hard. Then left elbow underneath the right. You can do a giant hug or a full Garudasana arms, back and the hands together is fine. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale, I'm gonna round. Keep all the work in your Garudasana. And then sternum to sky. Good, exhale, shake it out. Plant those palms, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, doing whatever movements make you feel like you're finding the pose. heels. Exhale, bend the knees, set your gaze. And just let your feet come forward, however you like to do it. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Wrist circles to come up. Urdhva. Exhale, samastiki. Finding your Tadasana, allowing yourself to breathe easy. Standing on the right leg, I'm going to reach the left arm forward, up and around, and reach the right arm forward. Nice deep inhale here, exhale, twist. And then allow that left leg to float up. Keep the integration, plugging the leg bone into the socket. Maybe you meet the outside edge of the foot. You can use your strap. Dancing Shiva. Obviously the same as what we did on the floor. Look back at your left fingertips. Nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to look forward. Reach the leg back. Turn the body to the side. It's already there. Just reach the left heel back. Ardha chandrasana. So that's a pretty straightforward transition. You're going to lift the left leg higher, bend your right knee. Uttita trikonasana. Just let your right hand glide back. Reach the left arm to sky, up and overhead. Good. Now I'm going to take that hand to my low back. I'm going to take a nice deep inhale here. I'm going to reach that arm forward, kind of like I'm threading the needle. I want to reach that ribs towards the sky, and then as I exhale, I'm going to lay the body on the inside of the leg. Keep leaning back, maybe reach underneath and find your bind. And see, if you haven't been here before, pretty similar to surya yantrasana, Parivrtta surya yantrasana, and to seated Parivrtta, right? Or the twisted variation. Nice deep inhale here as I exhale. I'm going to look forward. I'm going to step that left foot in. Round down through the big toe mound and outer heel of that right foot. And Baddha Ardha Chandrasana. Nice deep inhale here. I'm going to step that left foot up and straighten arms and legs together. And gently unwind. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Arms out to the side, wrist circles coming all the way up. Urdhva. Exhale, samastiki. Inhale, reach the arms to sky. Exhale, open the heart. A little bit of a back bend just to counter. There's a lot of forward folds in this work today, right? And then I'm just going to come up and I'm going to reach that right arm forward, up and around, left arm forward. Find my twist. Maybe look back at your right fingertips. Energy to the left foot. And you can let that right leg lift. Maybe you find the foot, maybe you cheat a little bit. Right, that's okay. You can use a strap, dancing Shiva. Try to drop your right sits bones. And then let go of the leg. You're just going to swing it back there. Left arm's right under the shoulder. Right arm to sky, not much of that transition. I'm going to lift the right leg higher. Maybe bend my left knee a little bit just to get the length of the stance. Uttita trikonasana. And you can reach the arm overhead if you like. Maybe let the hand come to your low back. Use it to find the work. Now I'm going to hug the legs together isometrically and reach the left arm like I'm going to thread the needle. And then I'm going to try and lay. Keep rolling the left ribs into the sun. And maybe find the bind, Baddha trikonasana. So I'm going to look forward and step that right foot up. Maybe straighten that left leg. I'm really trying to lengthen the left side waist here. Just step the right foot up. Straighten arms and legs together. Keep your twist. And then gently release. Inhale, extending the spine. Exhale, folding in. Arms out. Coming all the way up, Pranayama. Exhale, Samasthihi. All right, breathing here. Opening up. Exhale, root into the right foot. So reach that left arm up and around, right arm forward. You're going to find your dancing Shiva. Right, if you like to bend the knee, you're welcome to take that variation. Breathing here. And then ardha chandrasana. Good, maybe Chapasana variation. Reaching that left arm behind you. Bending the left leg. Check out your toes. Right, and gently release. Uttita trikonasana. Nice and gentle. Don't need to overthink it. Maybe find the binds, right? So you can reach forward and keep leaning over the leg. Baddha trikonasana. And then Baddha ardha chandrasana. Step that left foot up. And then lengthen your tailbone. Reach your tailbone towards your heels. You're going to roll on up. Breathing here. If the torso's straight, you can reach that right heel out to the side. Svarga, dvijasana, bird of paradise. Then as you exhale, right back in to your Baddha ardha chandrasana. It's the same shape. Step the foot up. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, fold. Reach those arms out to the side. Do your wrist circles. Coming all the way up, parsvakonasana. Exhale, Samasthihi. Shake your wrists out, maybe. Arms up. Just get a little back on the counter. It's not going to be your most intense one. Come back up to stand. Right arm up and around. Find your variation of dancing Shiva. And back. Good, gently release. Ardha chandrasana. Uttita trikonasana. Baddha uttita trikonasana. Baddha ardha chandrasana. Right foot steps up. Lift the left heel to start. And roll yourself up. If you're straight, reach that left heel out to the side. Exhale, bring it back down. and re-find take your time your Baddha ardha chandrasana. Stepping the foot up, gently unwind. Inhale, ardha uttanasana. Exhale, uttanasana. Arms out to the side, wrist circles, coming all the way up. Parivrtta. Exhale, samastiti. Maybe take a moment in your tadasana, breathing nice and easy. 51. All right. Okay, switch it up a little bit. Inhale, reach those arms to sky. Exhale, open up. And fold yourself in. Inhale, extend the spine, plant your palms. We're just going to move through a vinyasa nice and easy. Lift the heels. Feel how close this is to Navasana or Ardha Paschimottanasana with the bind. You're going to plant your palms, straighten your arms, and float it back. Maybe you press up. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, Downward Facing Dog. Reach that right leg behind you. Open the hip if you like. Maybe reach around, grabbing the ankle. And from here, you're gonna let that leg come through for like a prone dancing Shiva. Stay upright at first. Isometrically pull that right leg towards the right side of your mat. And as you exhale, maybe Chaturanga Dandasana arms. Inhale, straighten the arms. As you exhale, step that right foot next to your thumb. And we'll let the left knee come down and reach those toes away. Draw back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Nice deep inhale here. Uttana Prasthasana. Whatever your favorite version is, there's lots of them. Coming on up, and I'm going to heel toe that right foot towards the left wrist. For my hip structure, it's very similar. Shin's pretty parallel to rocking the baby. All right, a little more spinal extension here with the front leg. The back leg's obviously extending backwards. Just take a nice deep inhale here and fold down. Some of you might need to bring the heel closer to your groin or maybe come on the shin a little bit. And come on forward. Good, and then I'm gonna thread that right arm through. Leaning back. So I'm going to come on up. I'm going to lean onto that right sits bones. Let the left leg come forward and just make that number 4. Right ankle over that left knee. This could be plenty for you. Right arm to sky. Exhale, I'm going to twist. Bringing that arm through. Now, you can stay in any twist here. If your shoulder is in the arc of your foot, you can reach back for Yogi Dandasana. But this isn't really where we're going. We're going to take a variation of Uttanapishtasana. So from here, and it's a pretty gnarly one, I'm going to keep the foot where it is. I'm going to come on forward and then reach the left leg back. And then maybe gently come on out, bringing that leg down. I'm going to bring the heel across, across the, sorry, it's from that bad habit in my car. I'm going to bring that heel across the belly button. You can stay here if you like, or if you want, you can kick your butt with your heel and reach your hand around. 4. It's a little good nutrition, right? Looking over the right shoulder, looking over the left shoulder, and coming on out. I'm going to face the top of my mat. Now, if you want, you can stay here, or you can balance on the knee, right knee, and just bring that left heel as close into your right knee as possible. Toes are probably going to turn out. Left arm under right. Horse pose. Gently unwind. I'm going to plait the palms. And move it through anything you want to do with that right leg. Go ahead and do it. Through your vinyasa. Inhale, Cobra Up Dog. Exhale, Ardha Parsvakonasana, Downward Facing Dog. All right, float that left leg back. I'm going to open the hip. Go over under my right arm. Maybe see the toes. You can stay here if you want. You can see if you can find the ankle. Kicking the foot into the hands. And then as you exhale, step that foot across the body. Bring the toes, left toes towards the outer right edge of the mat, isometrically trying to cut that hip back. You can stay upright. If you like, you can bend into your elbows. And I'm going to come back up and step that foot up. Ideally, you keep the left heel of the hand down. Not like I demoed there. Drawing back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Uttanapishtasana, opening out. Whatever your favorite variation is. Walk it back in, and you can heel toe. leg towards the right wrist. Using a blanket or something underneath your left hip if you require, right? That really makes the pose quite comfortable actually. Pigeon Pratt. Sitting up nice and tall. Exhale, folding in, maybe one more time. And then let yourself relax forward. Now, if you're kind of gripping, right, it's going to be not as comfortable. See if you can glide that left hip back a little bit. Let the right hip point move more closer to the floor. This should be pretty juicy feeling. And then walk it in, and I'm just going to reach that left arm across. Sternum's moving over the toes. Come on out. Breathing here and let the left ankle come over the right knee. And reach that arm to sky. Draw your low back in and up. Find your twist. Getting it nice in, as tight as you want. And if the shoulder's in the arc of the foot, you might be able to find your knee. Breathing here, Yogi Dandasana. All right, and then we're going to take that variation of Uttanapana Prasthasana. It's hard, right? So I'm going to kick my butt with my right heel. Okay, I'm going to turn forward so that you can see this a little bit. I'm going to come onto that right shin. Come on forward. Oh, I don't know if it's going to work. And then reach it back, and that might be as much as I get. And then as I come out, I'm going to come out. Ugh. Ooh. So if it's kind of like on the tricep, oh, it's gonna be super ouchy. So you really want to be like in the armpit. I'm gonna breathe here, reaching that right heel across to the left side, reaching the left heel, sorry, across to the right side of your belly button. Kick your butt with your right heel. And then just finding your twist. Leaving your outfit in the way. Looking over the left shoulder. Looking over the right shoulder. And turn it back towards the mat. And then bringing that left knee to the floor. I want to keep that half lotus, that ardha. Just bring your right foot down. As close to the knee, but whatever you can do, right? My right toes are turned out. Bringing left arm underneath the right. For horse pose, exhale. Move it through. Is it yantrasana, I think. Breathing here through your vinyasa. Inhale, be nice and gentle with the back bend. Cobra up dog. Exhale, ardha, downward facing dog. Allow yourself at least 5 breaths in your down dog. I'm just going to check the time. 1:06. All right, let's turn the left toes out and step that right foot up next to your thumb. Cut the right hip back. Parivrtta 1. Drawing the ribs back, keeping the belly in. Integrating arm bones to socket, maybe see the thumbs. And then I'm going to come forward 45 degrees as I exhale. I'm going to find a twist, left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Breathing here. I'm going to pivot my back heel and see if I can get into my twist a little bit more. Maybe reaching around. Maybe even inviting a bind. Breathing here. So Parivrtta, Baddha, parsvakonasana. I'm going to look down and I'm going to take this to Parivrtta, Baddha, ardha, chandrasana. Reach the left leg back. Now I'm going to step the left foot up. Push into my left foot. And take it to bound, revolved, dancing shiva. Gently unwind. Keep that right knee into your chest. And I'm going to cross it over for Garudasana. Right arm underneath the left. Breathing here. Parivrtta 3, standing on the left leg. And float it back. Take your time, maybe through a vinyasa if you want. Inhale, Pectoral. Exhale, unravel, downward facing dog. Step the left foot up. Parivrtta 1. Exhale, 45-degree angle, inviting your twist. Breathing here. Pivot that back heel. I'm going to give you a little more room to bend into the knee. You might even find that you can go a little bit deeper, or maybe a lot deeper. Now, as you reach the left hand around, try to keep extending the spine. Reaching underneath, maybe finding a clasp. You can stay here. If you want, you can root into that left foot. Gently step the right foot in. Ooh. Crowding down through the big toe mound and outer heel. And then step the right foot up. Gonna root into your right foot. Reaching the left leg out. Gently release. Keep that left knee into your chest as best as you can. And step it over for Garudasana. Parivrtta 3. Gently float it back through a vinyasa. Inhale, Parivrtta. Exhale, downward facing dog. That's it. Right foot steps up. Inhale, Parivrtta 1. Exhale, find your twist. Maybe pivot that back heel so you can invite the pose a little bit deeper. See if you can extend into the bind. This time you're going to look forward. Come on forward, lift the leg. Step that left foot up. Come on up. And then maybe bend the knee and find like a bound Garudasana. Then straighten the leg. And gently unwind. And just bring the foot down. Oh. Jump or step your feet hip distance. Your shoulder blades lift the heart. Exhale, diving in. Inhale, extend. You're going to plant your palms and float it back through your vinyasa. All right, left foot steps up, right toes turn out. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Find your 45 degrees and then find your twist. Pivot the back heel. Maybe binding it up. You can stay here. Maybe Baddha, Parivrtta, ardha, chandrasana. Maybe oh. Come out for a second. Try that again. Let my gaze focus to like a little bit of dog hair on the floor because I just mopped earlier. Okay. Step the foot up. And come up and maybe cross that leg over for a bound Garudasana. And then lift up into your pose. Exhale. Gently unwind. Whew. Breathe in here. All right. Do some shoulder circles. Just let your breath become nice and smooth. If it became stuck in places, right? Allow yourself to examine where it might have gotten stuck. Reach those arms up. Exhale, open. And fold it in, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha, Uttanasana. Exhale through Vinyasa. And then maybe child's pose for a moment. Drawing back. Just let yourself reconnect to that breath while I check the time. All right, 1:15. right, let's open pectoralis minor. So reach your hands forward. You come on forward through plank pose. As you exhale, all the way down to the earth. Take your time. Right arm extends out to the right. Opposite of thread the needle. And you're just going to bring that left foot behind you. If you need both feet, add the other foot. I don't know if I need that today. Let's see. Oh, it's all right. Back through center. Reach that left arm out to the side. Center. Let's find a Sphinx pose. Just to be nice and gentle with the back. If you need more, straighten your arms, pull back with your hands. Feeling the spine nice and long. You can use blocks if you want to make it. Sometimes, even though it's so much support, adding blocks can actually make it a little bit more intense. Just depends on the height. You know, you want the blocks in close to you, as close as you can. Pubic bone staying down, belly button staying in. Push down into your support system. Integrate arm bones to socket and keep breathing here. And you should, hopefully your back is lighting up. Gently come on out. And just come to laying down. I'm going to keep the pubic bone on the floor, actively lifting my belly button off the mat. I'm just going to reach with my right foot and bend the right knee and pretend I'm bouncing a ball on my heel for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Maybe switch my hands if I'm using them for my forehead. Reach back with the left leg. I'm going to bend the left knee and bounce a ball on my heel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Reaching back, my hands lifting the shoulder heads off the floor. Pubic bone down, belly in. I'm just going to extend the spine forward. Maybe extend the legs. You can stay with Shambhasana, perfectly awesome. You like. Reach back for your ankles. Dhanurasana. Roll those inner thighs all the way up into the sun. Lift your hands higher. Let the shoulder heads naturally go forward. Gently release. one side of the face to your floor. Forehead down. Savasana. Bending the knees. Reaching back with your feet. If you can reach both at the same time, fantastic. And if you want to make it a little bit more snug, walk your hands higher up the shin. So I want to get wide across the upper back, across the shoulder blades. So I'm going to let the shoulder heads naturally drop forward. Come on out. A lot of people think that you want to like squeeze the shoulder blades together. If you let them go wide and let this action of the arms, the internal rotation do the work, it's much more comfortable. Okay, last Savasana variation. Turn. And we might roll onto the inner arm this time. Breathing here. So I'm going to lead with the left leg. And roll onto the right inner shoulder, keeping the toes together. If the toes aren't touching, it's much harder to find this variation. Keep that left thumb around the shin. Back through center. Lift up, leading with the right leg, rolling onto that left inner shoulder. Back through center. Maybe a few more breaths. Gently release. I took my toes just to stretch the feet a little bit, keeping the belly in a lot. Reach back with the heels. If you want to take it into a plank pose, go ahead. And I'm going to find a child's pose. This time my knees are going to be a little bit closer. I'm going to reach the arms back. I'm going to peel myself up. Walk the hands forward. It's about the middle of the mat. And I'm just going to plant my palms. Bring the knees into my chest. And reach it through. How am I doing on time? 1:25. Take the hands to the back of my knees. Roll it out one vertebra at a time. And have your ankles right underneath the knees. Breathing here. Maybe find a bridge pose. Obviously the same shape as yantrasana. So is ustrasana. Same shape, right? I'm not going to do that one today, surprisingly. If you like to clasp the hands underneath, you're welcome to do that. But Instead of jutting your front ribs up, see if you can get wide across the back of the shoulder blades. Lift your chin and push into your feet. Gently relax your glutes. It'll take you out a little bit. Exhale, come on out. Okay, nice deep inhale here. Maybe you want to grab your ankles. You can do another variation like we just did. You can breathe here. I'm going to come onto my elbows. My heels will lift. I'm going to walk my hands in. Let my knees go forward a little bit, right? Crab crawl. Push into your feet. And come onto the top of your head. Make sure you have enough room. And then allow your heels to move down. Come on out when you're ready. You want to make sure that your head can move in your mat without like pulling your hair out, right? Just another variation of Satyabandha. Pretty similar shape to chandrasana, because usually in chandrasana, draw the chin in, all right? Okay, drop your knees off to the right and then off to the left. A couple times. Right knee over left, bring your hips to the right, knees to the left, reach out with your right arm. Nice and gentle towards the end of class. End of practice. I don't really consider these classes because I can't see any of you, so. Back through center. Left knee over right, hips to the left, knees to the right. Like all the kind of verbal cues, all the adjustments that you hear are there. They're all for me, really. Hopefully they benefit you too. Now, I try to offer functional anatomy in this work. Couple low back circles, 1 or 2 each direction. And allow yourself to find your final relaxation. Whatever that means. And we're just gonna breathe nice and gentle. And then I'm going to do a pranayama right before the end, right before turning off, so stick around. Relax the wrinkles in your forehead, let your eyes drop back a little deeper. Your airways feel a little bit freer, a little more open. Allow your throat to relax, your cheeks, the shoulders be easy, the space around your heart, allow it to soften. Allow all the organs to soften. Allow your low back to soften and the pelvic floor. glutes relax, thighs relax, knees relax, the ankles, breast. Allow the feet to relax, each toe. Let the brain relax. Let the whole body relax. If you hear any noises, just let them move through. wherever you are in your breath cycle, begin to bring some awareness back to the breath. Take a nice deep inhale in, exhale through the mouth. Start to move the fingers and toes, reaching out through the arms and legs. And then as you exhale, draw those knees into the chest. Maybe pick a side of the body if you like that. Next few breaths to make your way up to a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall. I like to sit on a blanket. And we're just going to do some alternate nostril breathing because I'm just going to do one variation of it. Because we've been working with similar shapes and different orientations can have shapes feel so different. So this is going to be a similar shape, either nostril. And you can kind of notice where the breath is more centered or where the blockages are. And it's also a nice way to clear out during spring, which is allergy season for a lot of people, right? So sitting up nice and tall, couple ujjayi breaths. And then with your dominant hand, index, middle finger together, and you're going to take your thumb and your ring finger and place it not in the fleshy part, but higher up so you can block the breath, right? And the variation that we're going to do is in and out of the same side 5 times on each side, all right? So with your next inhale, you're going to close right and inhale and exhale left. Again. Keep the length even, capacity even. Again. That was 4, and this is 5. Gently open both nostrils, breathing in and out, a couple recovery breaths. And then a couple, then a preparatory breath. Next inhale, you're going to close left and inhale and exhale right 5 times. Again. Again, shoulders relaxed. This is 4. And 1 more. Gently open both. Couple recovery breaths. And gently take the hand down. And I'm going to end with 1 Om, taking a nice deep inhale in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, and perfect peace. Namaste, yogins. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying these practices, and I'm so grateful to play along with you. Bye.